starting. Oh, yeah, started that and starting the time. And there we're going.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of Bump That.
Foolish mortals! I mean, hey. Hey, we're actually coming from my house now. We were at Ileana's before. Do you need a mask? I don't want to be sick. I don't want to be sick with little Ileana-faced germs going through my bloodstream.
No, I think that's what everybody needs, actually.
Ileana...
Build up that immunity! Build up the immunity!
Germs with Ileana's face on it going...
No, just be like...
Yes.
Alright, today's episode, we are talking about Game Awards.
The Game Awards.
Game Awards.
Either the most anticipated thing of the year or the most cringy or both.
Yeah, so we looked at the list of categories that Game Awards has, and we picked our favorites that we wanted to talk about. So we have 5 categories that we looked at and sifted through and said, okay, these are the ones that we wanted to talk about the most. And then we have 3 categories between her and I, so 6 in total, of what we deem the least favorite category.
Bump them.
It's so bad. It's so bad. That. So we'll go ahead and talk about the first category that we like the most, and that would be...
Game of the Year!
Definitely Game of the Year. So, for this year's Game Awards, for Game of the Year, we have Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades and Animal Crossing, New Horizon. Oh, I almost forgot. The Last of Us Part 2.
Poor Last of Us Part 2.
It is the last of my list.
Poor Last of Us Part 2.
So, out of, the names here, what would you have to say would be the Game of the Year?
Okay, so if I were going for what I would vote for, and actually I did vote for, I chose Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Ditto.
That game really came in handy this past year.
Came at a great time.
Oh, yeah. And kudos to Nintendo for releasing it a little bit early. It just came at just the right time. If I had to guess, though, as to who will win, Ghost of Tsushima or Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah, those games really did have a big impact on, the community, the gaming community as a whole. However, for me personally, I think Animal Crossing New Horizons will win Game of the Year just because of how universal it was. Everybody and their grandmother was playing this game.
Literally grandmothers.
They were like, oh, I can play with the cute animals.
Look at that cute little raccoon. He wants bells.
He wants my money.
And dang it, that grandma gave that raccoon some bells.
So definitely Animal Crossing New Horizons for Game of the Year. We'll see how it goes, but for me, that's just got to be it.
I don't think so. I don't think it has a chance.
I mean, I don't know. It was just so large. It got to such a big scale that, I don't see memes of Ghost of Tsushima. I don't see memes of literally any of the other games, but Animal Crossing New Horizon hit every single platform, every single, group of person, types of people. So I just think it was such an impactful game.
But unfortunately, I think of it as the Oscars. Popularity doesn't mean it's the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we see that time and time again. Look at, when it comes to movies, look at The Avengers. You kidding me? That thing was monumental in its impact, but did it win the Oscar Movie of the Year? No, surely did not. So I'm really skeptical about Animal Crossing winning. If it does, you will see my jaw hit the floor, and I will be the happiest camper.
Mm-hmm. So, I'll probably go into some weird type of
Ileana, are you all right? Oh, I get that. Suddenly, Tom Nook comes in and he's like, oh, yeah, allow me to translate.
I knew I was going to win, baby. No need to fear.
Oh, my God.
So, definitely Animal Crossing New Horizons. We'll see how that one goes. For the second category, we picked Best Score in Music. And for this category, we have Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Hades, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and The Last of Us Part 2.
I'm going to have to go with Final Fantasy VII on this. There is a nostalgia factor that comes in with Final Fantasy VII. And even then, way back in... Dang, what year did that come out? 2001? Something like that? 2001? That music was fire.
Oh, I do know that one. I've never played... She's on a rampage. I've never played Final Fantasy, but I actually do know that song. So maybe that will hold some type of,
Now, I will say... My close all of these games have something to offer musically, so I'm really happy for each one of them. Doom Eternal has that metal that I just love. Hades has that scariness that I also love.
But for me, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, that music for some reason is just so ethereal and so perfect for that game, and that's why I'm thinking that one will win. I don't know for sure, just because that one isn't like a really big game. I think Final Fantasy is a bigger game, like in the community, that more people would go and vote for it. But I am hopeful that most people will vote for Ori, just because that music is just way too fitting for.
Last of Us may have a chance, I will say, because it just has that grittiness that everybody appreciates as well. So really, with this category, whoever wins
deserved to be there. You know,
deserved it. They all deserve to be there. This is a tough category to pick. But I definitely voted for Final Fantasy VII. But like I said, anybody that wins, congrats, you earned it.
So for the next category that we picked was Best Indie Game, and for this category we have Carry On, Fall Guys, Hades, Spelunky 2, and Spiritfarer. So out of this category, I definitely chose Fall Guys. Oh my gosh, what a fun party game. Watching every YouTuber play it, and just the community going crazy over Fall Guys. It was so fun to watch, and it's such a silly game. All of like the outfits and the character sound effects, and it's so colorful. Really, really fun game.
To quote our big brother Brian, Frank!
Yeah, when all they're falling.
Yeah.
Aww.
Frank! This is a tough one for me. I enjoy indie games. I really do. However, I just did not really get into a lot of any of these. I think I voted for Spiritfarer just because of the art direction that it went with. I liked it. But to be honest, I actually did not play any of these.
Did you see any gameplay of Carry On?
Yeah.
That one was a really cool one. And I think that would be like a good, second best choice for me. Just because of how cool that game was. Like, really weird and different direction for it. Normally you're playing as the good guy, but this time you're the alien and you're, just sweeping all over, spreading your disease.
Let me tell you, this lately, the past few years have been such a tremendous outpouring of indie games. I'm so glad that it's getting a lot of recognition. Games like Celeste. I sort of shudder when I say the name Hollow Knight because
scary.
Anybody that has ever heard me talk about Hollow Knight, and it'll probably become an ongoing joke, I am awful at that game. I am just the world's worst, and nothing else makes me rage even.
Anybody who speed runs Hollow Knight, what's wrong with you? What medicine do you take?
What do you do in your day other than play Hollow Knight?
That one's hard.
But games like Cuphead,
Undertale.
Yeah, Undertale. And I'm eagerly anticipating Deltarune Chapter 2. I've been salivating, like frothing at the mouth, waiting for Deltarune Chapter 2. So that's a cool category, and all of those people that made that.
Love the indie scene.
Yeah, way to go. Best to you.
Yep. The next category that we had was best family game. So for this category,
let's just say it in unison. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Getting ahead of myself here.
We will say it in unison, definitely. Okay, so for this category, we have Animal Crossing New Horizons, Crash Bandicoot 4, Fall Guys, Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, Minecraft Dungeons, and Paper Mario The Origami King.
All right, let's say it in unison.
3,
1, 2.
No.
We can't even count together.
3, 2, 1.
Mario
Animal Crossing
Kart
New
Live
Horizons.
Home Circuit.
Wow.
I mean, what?
Wow.
What?
Different direction than what I thought we were going to be going in.
But no, really, I voted for Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Good. While Mario Kart Live Home Circuit is awesome, not everybody can play it, so, it's fun for the family, but that price markup is just...
I just realized, okay, so Wesley and I are getting new hardwood floors in about a month or so. I could play this here.
Oh, that would be fun.
If I wanted to, I could buy that and actually play here. The only reason why I haven't bought that is because I didn't think I could play it because my house has carpet, but since we're going to hardwood floors... Hey,
gonna turn your home into a home circuit.
I have to say, this is a difficult category for me, because I love family games. I really do. They're easy to play. They're accessible. They're fun.
Good to play in front of the whole family.
Yeah, you're not gonna say, "Little Billy, what are you doing? What are you playing? What is that? Put it away." But no, this was a little bit challenging for me. I actually had to stop and think about this one because this is gonna be controversial. I loved Paper Mario and the Origami King.
Yeah,
I know
she won't stop talking about it.
I love it. I love the soundtrack. I love the story. It's dramatic. It's actiony. I know there's a lot of things that are controversial about it. There are things that got on my nerves. But I still love the game. I'm trying to 100% it right now, and then I'll probably play it again. It's so good. I recommend it to everybody.
Yeah, but definitely hands down for me, Animal Crossing New Horizons, best family game, fun for the whole family. Like I said, everybody and their grandmother can play this game. So I definitely think that Animal Crossing New Horizons will win the category.
The only problem with Animal Crossing is that you can only have one account on your Switch. I wish that wasn't so, but everybody and their grandmas are playing it, but not their grandpas.
Yeah, no grandpas.
Poor grandpa. He's not shafted.
So for the next category that we have is Best Performance. So for this category, we have Ashley Johnson as Ellie, Laura Bailey as Abby, Daisuke Suji as Jin Sakai, Logan Cunningham as Hades, and Naji Jeter as Miles Morales. So for this category, I definitely had to go Miles Morales, Naji Jeter, because my gosh, while it was such a short game, I loved Miles in this game. He was just such a lovable character. And yeah, I loved the performance.
I agree. That's definitely who I voted for. Although I think the award's gonna be given to one of the Last of Us girls. I think it's going to.
I think it definitely could be either Ellie, but it could be Ellie for me, definitely from Last of Us, or Jin Sakai, because I don't know, Ghost of Tsushima was a really good, heavily acted game that, it wouldn't be the same without good acting, that performance.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of, God of War, how Kratos was so well acted. So, even
Christopher Judge is dang. That's all you can say about Christopher Judge. Dang.
Yeah. So, I mean, all three of those people did a great job for their roles, but I don't know. There's just such a soft spot for Miles in my heart that Naji, I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing that name wrong. Naji Jeter did in that role. I really appreciated that.
And I think with this category as well, it goes back to anybody could win, and they would deserve it.
Yeah.
So whoever wins, congrats, best to you. But to everybody else, you did a dang good job. It was a couple of years ago. I can't remember who won, but it was really tight. It was the 2017. It was the games that came out in 2017. And there were the voice actor for Aloy for Horizon Zero Dawn. Mm-hmm. Wow,
did she win or?
I can't remember. I don't think she won. I can't remember who won, but
oh
man, that was good. That was another year. 2017 and 18 for me are standout years. It was like a real nail biter for anybody because anybody could have won.
And that's what I'm kind of feeling for this year too. Like there are all really good games that came out surprisingly this year. You know what a year it's been, but you know I just don't know. I feel like all of the games that are on these lists are well deserving of, you know, the
nomination.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You know, Ileana.
Yes, KT.
All of this talk about Game Awards is getting me excited. I don't need sugar, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So it is now time for dessert.
Dessert time.
Today's dessert comes to us from Deletto's Bakery once again. That's also where last week's dessert came from. Today is tres leches.
And it is definitely milky.
It looks awesome. So last week, if you remember, I said, wow, I really wish that this tiramisu had more coffee. This is soaking in coffee, and I am excited.
Coffee and milk. Wow, that is a good flavor.
Oh, man.
That's very tasty. And you would think, like, the milk would, like, outshine the coffee. No, that coffee flavor is still there. And it's not, like, making the cake super soggy either.
I like it when it's a little bit soggy.
Well, it's not even, but it's not like mush, you know? Some of them turn to mush and it's like kind of gross. No, this one's actually pretty good. I am pleased with this.
I am too. I am pleased. With desserts.
While we snack on this one, we talked about the best categories and the best games of them. Let's talk about the categories we dislike.
Bump that.
What was your first category that you were like, man, bump that? Why is this even a category that we talk about?
So I'm going to say I get why this is a category. I understand that this community needs recognition because technically it counts. It still counts. I have to say best mobile game.
Aw, those poor mobile users.
I know. Like,
this is the only console that they have.
Oh no, woe to them.
So what makes you dislike it? Why is that like, bump that? Why is that even?
And it's not that it's bad. It's not that the mobile gaming community is bad. It's just not my cup of tea. I know that these companies pour their heart and souls into it. For example,
are you sure?
Yeah. Fruit Ninja.
Oh my gosh,
that's
what
my
a classic,
right? That's kind of a throwback. Games like Among Us, Genshin Impact, Pokemon Cafe Mix. You know, those games can't be easy to develop, and a lot of games on iOS and Android are free, free to play, such as Pokemon Go. And games like Pokemon Go have had updates this year where it's been more accessible to play for the user. So things like, you know, I get it. Okay,
we get it. You get it.
Okay, but I just.
No, and I think that, you know, that's valid, but like you said, though, you know, I even forgot about all of those options. It's funny, what actually got me into playing Animal Crossing was Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. I had so much fun playing Animal Crossing Pocket Camp that I was like, oh my gosh, there's Animal Crossing coming to the Switch. I've never played an Animal Crossing game before except for the one on the phone. I can't wait till it comes out. So I think it's one of those interesting things that, you know, it kind of introduces you to new games out there. And Among Us, how big that one got. And Pokemon Go, we all know how big that one got, broadcasted on the news. So it's getting people out of their house to exercise. Congrats, Nintendo and Pokemon and Game Freak and everything like that.
And then when you come back home, you can sit down and play some more Nintendo.
Exactly. So, that's a valid category to be like, nah. But Genshin Impact too, though, is getting really big. But for me, my first disliked category was the esports category. Literally any of them. I know there is a community for it, and
really large one.
I know how big it is and how I just don't care personally. Nah, I'm not a fan. Like,
see, I'm the opposite. I find it really relaxing to come home and just watch people play Ultimate. And just, because when I play Ultimate online, I am the world's worst. Mm-hmm. And I get mad because I'm terrible. Mm-hmm. And there are dudes that will just like push me down. They'll jump on me and push me down off the stage. And I'm like, courses. Why? How? Why and how? So I like esports, and they deserve a spot.
Yeah, I would say they do, but for me personally, I'm like, nah. So what else do you have on yours? So my next one,
I don't understand this. Somebody explain this to me. Best community support. The official explanation on the Game Awards website says, recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates / patches.
Huh, that's an interesting one.
It is, because transparency and responsiveness towards what? I don't understand. So maybe it's just that I don't understand.
Maybe it's like to the creator, or just like the game in general? I don't know.
I don't know. And I guess it's maybe, if a game has bugs, you fix it. But you don't want a game you shouldn't have so many bugs when you... I say this with an asterisk. You obviously don't want your game to be released with a lot of bugs. And here, I voted for No Man's Sky. Because when No Man's Sky came out, it was not what was advertised.
Right.
We'll say. So, but they've been fixing it, updating it, constantly giving out new free content. So I guess that's what they mean, but it's kind of like, well, isn't that expected?
It makes me think of like Fallout. What is it? Fallout 76?
What? Recently, I think it was this past week or last week, Todd Howard finally admitted there was a problem.
Wow, it takes you that long?
Mistakes were made.
Ooh. Oh, boy.
I was like, wow, no kidding, man. No kidding.
For me, the next one was content creator. And this one, will just be brief. I didn't know any of them. I'm like, who are these people? Yeah. I think the only thing is that maybe they were Twitch streamers or something. And I think that would have been a good, separate category. Twitch streamers versus the YouTube community. Personally, I watch my gameplay on YouTube, not really on Twitch. And she finished the Slate Trace cake.
I did. Oh my gosh.
I'm still halfway through. But I've always been, more on YouTube anyways, just because I can switch from content to content. And it's, fairly easy. So, I watch the Markiplier, the Jacksepticeye, the PewDiePie, the
so I'm not familiar with that one.
So
it sounds like a channel I would make.
Those ones are easy for me to watch on YouTube just because they all use it. So maybe I'm just not, well versed in Twitch streaming, but I'm content creator. I didn't know a single person,
All right, and my last pick was innovation in accessibility.
Can't wait to win that one.
Yeah. So, I see you have a the Game Awards trophy on your shelf. What did you win in? Innovation and accessibility.
What does that mean?
mean?
Who are you?
So, again, Game Awards official description: recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. If you look at the nominees here, I don't get it. You have Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is
excuse me, that one was brewing for a while.
Holy moly. So you have Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Isn't it the same exact kind of thing as all the other Assassin's Creeds? Am I just grasping at straws? You have The Last of Us Part 2. How is that being enjoyed by a wider audience? That caters to a specific audience, if you ask me. Watch Dogs Legion, same thing. You have a specific audience that is playing that type of game. Now, admittedly, I'm not familiar with Grounded or Hyperroot. I do not know.
Yeah, I don't know those two. But the other ones that you listed, I'm like, how is that like innovative for accessibility? I mean, they're all just kind of like either PC or console games, but like that's like any other game almost.
And adding features, in my opinion, if you're making a sequel or you're continuing a part of a series, then all you're doing is it's the same features, but just made a different way. Same thing with Paper Mario and the Origami King. Mm-hmm. It's still an RPG, so to speak, quote unquote, but all that's really changed is the mechanics of your fights, your encounters. So I don't understand that category.
Yeah, no, that one's a strange one. I don't know much about that one. But that concludes for the categories we dislike. Now, the Game Awards have another section of, throughout the Game Awards, they'll throw in little premieres, little
world premiere.
Little nice things that we have to scream and clap and cheer about.
Isn't that what we really watch the Game Awards for?
I mean,
can we be honest for a second? Can we be real? Okay, so premieres we want to see.
Yeah, definitely things that we want to see happen at the Game Awards, and like games that we're wishing to see. Like, oh my goodness, where are they? I want them now, please.
I am once again frothing at the mouth.
Ew.
Period. I am frothing at the mouth. I want my Bayonetta 3. Mm-hmm. That was teased, I think, back in 2017.
Yikes.
Or 2018. And we've been getting slight updates every now and then saying, we're still ongoing. Nothing's been canceled. Okay. Give me something.
Well, that's even just like Metro Prime 4, it's been just delayed and then restarted or something. I don't even know.
Yeah. Now, with Metroid Prime 4, at least we're getting like updates where this guy that worked at this company or this game, he's coming to work for Retro Studios.
Right.
Okay, so that's good. And it's a reputable guy. All right, so at least there's that. But come on, give us something.
Yeah,
at least news. It doesn't even have to be gameplay. It could just be like solid, concrete news. That's what I want to see. But if I saw a premiere,
that would blow your brain.
There goes the frothing of the mouth.
And for me, I definitely want to see some more news on Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. I want some more news. I know that there was, some complications in the game holding it up because of, the thing that shall not be said. But I just want some more news. I want to see some more. I don't know if it'll come out next year or anything.
I want a release date. If they don't give us a release date here, then that's pretty grimy of Nintendo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually call Nintendo out and say they're grimy.
They teased that, what was it, the beginning of this year? Last year. So, and we haven't gotten any news since, except for, there's been a little bit of pushback or a little bit of a halt or whatever. But I just want some sort of news.
And since next year is Legend of Zelda's 35th anniversary.
Oh gosh, give it to me!
Come on!
I need it! Oh my goodness. And, this might not happen because of what happened with Mario's 35th anniversary. I'm like, are we gonna see some new like 3D All-Stars type of thing for Legend of Zelda. Can we?
That'd be cool. I want an Ocarina of Time remake and Majora's Mask. I would
Twilight Princess on the
Twilight
Switch,
Princess.
please.
Exactly.
Twilight. I'm gonna sing it from the rooftop. Twilight Princess on the Switch, please. It was released onto the Wii U, but who has a Wii U? None of you. Trust me, you don't have one. If you have one, you're a liar.
Dang. Dark. I did hear rumor that Skyward Sword is rumored to be coming out on the Switch.
I did hear about that too.
Rumors. This is just rumors.
Hopefully.
Now, here's the big one that I would want, but I doubt is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
A Donkey Kong brand new spanking game that is not so much it's still a platformer, but it'll be in the form of the Donkey Kong 64.
Yes, please. There's only been one, but it was so good.
It was so good.
It was hard as buns, but wow, was it fun.
What's your language? This is a family show.
Buns. Says it again.
That's what I want to see. Something like, oh man, like a 720. It doesn't even have to be a 1080p. Just give me a 720, 60 FPS Donkey Kong open world game. Can you imagine that? Like an open world Donkey Kong
on
game?
A really nice console with good graphics. Oh my gosh.
With bring back King K. Rool.
Bring back the whole like DK squad. I
like
would
all
love
of them.
that.
Chunky, lanky. That sounds like
Tiny.
That sounds like me and you. Chunky and lanky.
Tiny, Diddy, and Donkey. I just want everybody.
That and what was Baby Kong's name? Oh my gosh.
I can never remember his
Donkey
name.
Kong Country 3.
I can never remember his name.
It'll hit me in a little bit. We'll just call him Baby Kong.
But yeah, and Dixie Kong. I literally would
Funky Kong.
I would love to see a new Donkey Kong game. You know, they had Tropical Freeze on the Switch, and while that game was really good, it was released, am I correct, on the Wii U first? Yes. So, you know, we need some new content. We need some new DK games. They're so good. They're fan favorites for everybody who plays the DK game. So I just want to see something new and fresh.
Please.
Premiere it. But another, you know, open world, well, kind of, actually not really at all. Mario RPG, a new version of that one. Mario RPG and the 7 stars on the SNES was such a good game. Definitely like one of my top 10 favorite games from childhood. I would love to see a new version of that come to the Switch.
That game holds a very special place in me heart, in me cold, wretched heart.
Oh my goodness.
In the darkness that lingers.
Oh
where Bayonetta and Kratos play cards.
Oh.
There's Gino just sort of being a doll in the corner. Gino's in the corner just being a doll. Eating a cricket pie. Yeah.
I think that game is so fun though because, you know, I love the games where Bowser is actually, you know, a good guy or like on your side or whatever. Just like in Paper Mario, you know, he helps your team. I love that. I think it's so fun and it gets away from like the tropey, oh, Princess Peach needs saving. Let's go save her. You know, get away from some of that type of, you know, cliche. I want story.
You know what needs to come out of Nintendo? A full-blown, two things. Full-blown Luigi game. Similar to Mario Odyssey.
The Luigi board?
The Luigi board?
Oh, that would be fun.
Similar to Mario Odyssey. Let him have his own adventure. Even Toad got one.
Yeah, Captain Toad
got one.
Captain
Toad. Let Luigi and Peach.
Yeah, Peach.
Mario.
Oh my goodness. Let Peach have another game. I know everybody hated and crapped on the DS Peach game, but I had it and boy howdy did I have some fun with that one. I loved it.
One more and then we got to move on. I was joking with Brian earlier that a game that needs to come out, say it with me, Nintendogs.
Oh my gosh! Move over, Animal Crossing. Nintendogs is back. Oh my goodness, I would have so much fun with that.
Those dogs are so ugly.
How dare you? You go sleep outside. I'll take the dogs. Like, no, I loved Nintendogs. Oh my gosh, that was my jam in like 3rd grade.
Oh my gosh.
The last game that I said, we need to see is some DLC for Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Give us some DLC. That's it.
That's all we want.
We don't need a new Mario Kart game. It's on the Christmas, box. That is the box set that you get with your Switch is Mario Kart. So just put some freaking DLC, please. I need some new levels, some new characters, some new karts. I need more.
One day we're going to just talk about where we think Mario Kart, the direction of Mario Kart is going to go, because that is a whole other discussion in itself. But yes, Nintendo, if you're listening to us wee lasses who,
we know so much.
Oh, clearly. Are you still here, by the way, audience? You haven't clicked away? What?
Hi.
Your standards are low. Yeah, your standards are low. But that'll be a whole topic some other time. But yes, we just want, give us just 2 levels, maybe 5,
and some new characters, some new
Yeah.
ones. Oh, you know what I would love to see too?
What?
A Tetris Attack.
That's not gonna happen.
It would never happen, but oh my goodness, those characters are awesome.
Oh my gosh. I was about to join in, and then you stopped. It starts raining. All right, Ileana, what do you want for Christmas? What games shall I purchase you with my invisible money?
Nintendogs. Can I have Nintendogs, please? Oh my gosh. No, seriously. Games that I want. Ooh, I don't know.
Shall I go down the list of mine?
Yeah, go for yours first.
Okay.
Because I feel like I pretty much have the games that I want.
I'm not really going. I'm not really going to explain them. I'm just gonna
go down.
spitball. Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Hyrule Warriors. Oh my god, I know it's coming out later. But I want the Mario remake 3D World with Bowser's Fury.
Oh,
yes. I know that's coming out.
Definitely
in
want
March.
that one.
I want, I still don't have this, but I want Link's Awakening. I want Ring Fit Adventure. I want more. That's just a handful of what I want.
Yeah, I definitely want the Bowser's Fury game. That one looks like so much fun.
Yeah. All right, gang. Well, yes, Christmas is upon us.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want a lot of things, but yes, tis the season to be jolly and also grateful for what you have.
Yes, and I am happy with all of the games that I have, yet I still just play Animal Crossing.
I was talking to big bro Brian, and I said if Nintendo did not produce another game for the Switch, I would be perfectly content with the library that I have right now.
Amen.
Preach.
Definitely content with the games that I have.
Yeah,
but that wraps up this episode of Bump That.
Bump That.
Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to us gab about Nintendo and games.
I can't believe you stayed this long.
I know. Did you like the Tres Leches cake?
I cannot believe you've not finished yours yet.
I'm a slow eater.
Oh
Leave
my
me alone.
gosh.
Leave a like if you liked the Tres Leches cake.
That's why I'm Chunky Kong and she's Lanky Kong.
I want to be tiny.
Really quick though, I did exercise so much yesterday. I had cardio day and then I did literally 100 squats.
Get it?
Yeah, I'm still dying.
Get it.
I'm dying.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in next week's episode.
Bye.
Adios.